onestopenglish.com. Why I mentioned to onestopenglish.com many times? Because that is just um, used for English teachers. Let's take a look at this. So you can see here is the interface of the onestopenglish.com. It is directly linked to the British Council.org, right? And Macmillan Education, right? And other website. So we can see there is a available materials for teaching English to young learners, like a lesson plan, teaching tools, uh, games for learning grammar, and we also have a some teaching tool. And you can register for free, um, and then you can get available resources, right? I think it is a very useful for us if you want to teach English to young learners. We also have some available to teach teenagers as well as adults. And I think it is a very interesting that we have a professional development, that we have a lesson share, we have a methodology, and we have some answer tips for teacher, right? So advanced learning. And here I think it is also flexible for English teachers. If you want to teach online, right, you can learn and teach online. You also share some opinion over there. So that is the reason why I emphasize onestopenglish.com is a very useful website if you want to design materials or if you are English teacher. Okay, so another one that is um, ESL about.com or ESL to go.com. What is it, right? It is a very useful website in order to teach English for special purpose, right? For ESP, because it is also mentioned some materials if you want to teach some scientific subject, and if you want to design a PowerPoint, right? If your class is under 25 students, right? There are under 25 students in your class. You can use a classpoint.io. That is the advanced PowerPoint. Why? Because you can call the student directly. You can vote some ideas. I mean that they can combine Padlet and Mentimeter. They can have some function that is very useful if you want to give the lecture and manage the class activity. Another one that is a better come I already mentioned to you, and then EnglishForFine.org. It is I summarize some useful website in order to design material teach language skill as well as sub language skill. Remember, when we design the materials, we need to um, combine the teaching's requirement, such as teaching aims, teaching's objectives, and we need to describe the student very carefully. So I want to make just 1 minute so that you can type in the chat box. If you want to describe the student, could you please outline some criteria? What should we describe the student? For example, do you need to pay attention to the student language proficiency level? Do you need to pay attention to the age? Do you need to pay attention to let's say, learning style? Okay, so please type in the chat box, right? What should we describe your student before we design the materials? So 1 minute for you. Please type time in the chat box